If anyone tells me about smithing stones in chat again, will fucking physically eat you. I will find you in real life and I will swallow you whole. Vor arc? I gotta say, Vor is one of those fetishes that I really don't understand. Like, I really don't understand, you know? Like, I don't get feet... What? What was I saying? Like, I don't get foot fetishes either, but that's... Thank you. But that's like a whatever thing, you know? Like, oh, okay. Like, I don't mind feet. There are things that I'm actively not into that I still get. Like, I'm not a sadist or whatever, but like, I don't know. If you want to hit an ass with a paddle, like, okay, whatever, I get that. It's jiggly, you know? But then it's like Vor. Where the f does Vor come from? You plan on streaming that new Kirby game full of Vor? It is. That would be pretty fun, yeah. What about extreme penetration? Anything like that, or like even sounding or whatever, at the very least it's like stimulation, right? But like Vor, I don't even get the stimulation of Vor. Like, oh wow, I'm being digested by stomach acid. Like, oh, okay. Alright. When we go back to like the half-hour sissy porn stun lock, I need some more Vaush takes on niche fetishes to cure the Twitter. Okay, the sissy stuff isn't even like a niche fetish. I find that this shit's all over the goddamn internet. I don't even mind it as long as it's like framed from the perspective of the person fucking the sissy or whatever, because, you know, I've fucked femboys. It's like a half femboy, half trans girl, half cross-dressing. Yeah, I'll fucking know, whatever. Whatever people are into. Is attraction to only one race racist or fetishization? Well, it's definitely possible that it could be indicative of racism. It probably is indicative of racism. It's possible that there are just physical characteristics associated with one particular racial group that you're most attracted to, but anybody who has a strong preference on that, I'm going to look at with some degree of suspicion, you know what I mean? Like, if for instance, you think that, like, olive skin is just really specially pretty, so you tend to be into, like, Mediterranean girls or whatever, like, okay, you know? But you can be, like, cool about that, and you can be weird about that, right? Like, you can be like, oh, I don't know, I just think it's, like, really pretty, you know? But, like, I don't really care. You can be, like, chill. That's fine. But if you're, like, really obsessive and, like, fetishizing and weird and exclusionary and essentialist about it, like, it can be, you know, it can be bad. Like otakus and Japanese women? Yeah, like, if you're especially attracted to Asian, or, like, let's just say Japanese girls, I guess. Like, I don't think that's inherently bad, you know? Especially if there are, like, cultural signifiers that you tend to be attracted to. That's not inherently weird, I don't think, but oh boy, do people make it weird, you know? It's not inherently weird, but boy, do people make an effort to make it weird. I've noticed a lot of 4chaners like the black fetish. A lot of racist people, which 4chaners tend to be, or have, like, a fetish for, like, getting race cucked or whatever. Especially with Asian girls, white guys love making that weird. Yeah, I'd say so. Based on my sex work clients, the average race player is of that race. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, the average white person who likes race play wants to fuck white people? I don't know what you mean. What the fuck is race play? It's sex play that fetishizes some elements of race, you know? Not necessarily my thing, but I've been with people who are into it. I'm like, isn't that racist? Dude, I don't know. Go ask Cat Black. She seems to think about white dick quite a bit. So it seems. There are people I saw in my chat talking about it, and apparently, having talked about it herself, she almost exclusively dates white cis guys, and apparently there's some other account that where she was, like, making comments under YouTube channels that specifically talked about, like, black women in interracial relationships. So, I don't know if it's... Listen, if it's a race play thing, I'm not judging. Whatever, it's a free country, but given all the associated context, I can't help but find it a little bit funny. I will say that, like, I definitely will think that it's more sussy for a white guy to be into race play where he denigrates black women than a black woman to be into race play where she gets denigrated by white guys. But that might be unfair on my part because both of these fundamentally stem from... Like, this is kind of like a reciprocal thing, right? Like, is that fair? This seems to me like the bias with, like, not consensual non-consent play where it's like, it's okay if you're the girl but not with the guy with it. Like, I don't really know. That might just be a bias on my part. I don't know. Yeah, as long as both people are consenting to it, that's fine, you know. I don't know, Vaush, maybe it's me, but I've always been weirded out if someone I'm into is defending raceplay. Well, yeah, that's fine. If you don't want to do it, that's your right. Neonium, I don't think there's anything morally wrong with being into raceplay. It's totally fine. I'm seriously not, like, impugning. Like I said, it's not something I'm specifically into, but I've been with people who are into it, so... Raceplay and age play are creepy. Well... I think there's a difference between the two in that, to me, age play feels a fuckload weirder. But, you know, maybe that's just me being racist. I don't know. I'll say that much. Listen, it's a free country. You're with consensual adults. You can do what you want. The only thing I'm asking is that you be introspective about why you're into what you're into. That's all I'm asking. I'm hands off, okay? That's all I'm saying.